Hey, what is up, YouTube? My name is Juicy Player, and I just thought of a very cool new series, and it is called Is It True? So, how it works is I tell you guys a story, you guys tell me if it's true or not, and if you can point out the points that are true or that is false, the point that I made up or that I told the truth on, you get a prize. Not like a actual prize, something like a shout out, a dual comm, or something like that. Anything that you pick that's related to YouTube, basically. So this is episode 1, obviously, and today I want to talk about the time that I got arrested. Okay, so it was all about last year for my 13th birthday. I had went bowling with my mom earlier that day. She had went to go take me shopping. She bought me a new Hollister jacket. We went bowling. It was me, my brothers, some of their friends and stuff like that. So we were all bowling and stuff. She went to go buy a beer. She drank some, and she's not really a big beer drinker, so she left it on the table, kind of half drinking. So it was my turn to go bowl. I had just got done bowling. I went to go sit back down. I noticed the beer on the table, and I drank some. After I drank it, I was like, hey, yeah, it's my birthday. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to drink some more. And then I wanted to drink all of it, but something was telling me not to. It was in my gut to not to drink it all. But yeah, so then she told me she was cold. She was kind of falling asleep too. She told me she was cold, and the new jacket she had bought me the other day, she put on, and she started coughing and stuff like that. So she was coughing all up on my new jacket, making it smell like beer and stuff like that. So like 30 minutes later, hour or two, 30, I can't quite remember. She wanted to go home. So me, my big brother, and my cousin. Me, my big brother, and my cousin, we went to go drop her off, and then we went back up there. She had the jacket on until we dropped her off. She gave me the jacket once we got back in, once she got into the house, excuse me, and we went back on our way. Now at this time, it's all around 12 o'clock. We still bowling. I guess the bowling alley closed at like 1 or 2. I can't quite remember. But yeah, it's 12 o'clock. When we went back up there, my brother, he had a couple of girls with him. Well, not a couple, with him. Like, it was a couple girls up there for him and my other brothers. So they were up there talking to the girls or whatever. At this point, I was really kind of tired, but I didn't want to go home just quite yet. I wanted to stay up and stay with them because I wanted to feel grown. And by the way, my brothers are from 16 up. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'm about to be hanging with them all night. And then like around 1 or 2, the girls had said they wanted to go home, so they had went home, and we was like, oh, ain't no need for us to stay up here. So we went home, and on our way home, before we was pulling out the parking lot, I seen a cop car. He was like in this car dealership, like in front of it, or in another parking lot or something like that. But I remember that it was a excuse me. I remember that it was a car dealership around there. So he was just sitting there, looking for people to pull over, I guess. And something was telling me, I was like, we're gonna get pulled over. I don't know why I had that feeling, but I just had it, like, we're gonna get pulled over. And like a block or two down, we got pulled over, and he was like, can I see your license and registration, please? At this time, my cousin was driving. He did not have his license. He just had his driver's permit, and he was coming down to visit. He does not stay where we was at this time. He was just coming down to visit for my birthday. So he was like, can I see your driver's and license and registration, please? He said, I don't have my license. I just have my permit. And then they start talking. The police was telling him that you can't be driving without a adult when you have your permit or whatever, well, without someone who has their license. Excuse me. And yeah, and then he said he smelled beer, and at this time I'm getting scared. I didn't want to say that I was drinking. Nobody confessed up to it. Nobody else was drinking except for me. And everybody just sitting here like, who was drinking beer, who had it. And I was like, man, I'm not about to tell him that I was drinking beer. And then he went around asking everyone who's been drinking. And my brother was like, man, whoever been drinking, just tell him. He was whispering to us. He was like, whoever been drinking, just tell him. You know, the worst thing you can do to a cop is lie to him. And so I'm thinking, I was like, man, that probably is the worst thing that you can do. And we sitting there, and I finally confessed. I was like, I was drinking, officer. He was like, you know, you're too young to be drinking, right? I was like, yeah. He was like, how old are you? I was like, I just turned 13. 13. And he was like, yeah, you know, you can get in really big trouble, you and your parent. I was like, yeah, I know. But the officer was really cool, you know. So he didn't really go tell our parents about it or whatever. And so he made us get out of the he made everyone get out the car to take a breathalyzer test. On the breathalyzer test, I had a 0.0, and I'm looking at him like, is that bad? He's like, he showed it to me like it was. He showed it to me and started laughing. He was like, here, look. And I was like, is that bad or something? I'm getting really nervous. He's like, nah, dude, that's not bad. And yeah. And so I was thinking, I was like, okay, maybe it's because of the jacket that my mom was wearing the coffin in. And then I asked everyone that was in the car, do this beer smell? I mean, excuse me, does this jacket smell like beer? They was like, yeah, it's probably the jacket. That's probably why he was smelling it. And the car was really strong of beer. When we got out and got back in, you could smell it. It smelled like somebody was really drinking. But yeah, so then he later on told us that the reason that we got pulled over was because the window tint was too low, and he couldn't see inside of the car. But at the same time, it was a police chase that was happening while we got pulled over, and it was around where we were at. So more cops came, and they all just left and went to go chase down the person that was running. But yeah, so we couldn't leave until that someone with a license hat came and picked us up. So we had to wait probably like 10 more minutes until we had to leave. So we were just talking, and my brother was goofing around and stuff like that, talking about me and stuff, because I was really nervous. I was like, man, I'm too young to be going to jail. That's gonna mess up my record and stuff like that. And they were all just talking about me, laughing. And overall, the night was all pretty good. It was all, you know, a fun night. Probably one of the funnest nights that I had ever in my life. Okay, guys, so that is the first episode of Is It True? Tell me what parts you think I made up, or what parts you think was true. Tell me if you think this story was overall true or false. Be sure to leave it down in the comment below. If we can't get 15 likes, you know, that would be amazing. I want 10 likes to, you know, continue this series. But it's been Juicy Play, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. This actually was very fun to me, very customizable. You know, I picked from a lot of things, and I'm pretty sure no one came up with the exact same custom class as another person. It probably would be very rare, but I'm pretty sure no one had that happen because of its Pick 10 operating system.